안녕하세요. 톰입니다. Let's enjoy learning Korean. Today's grammar is first, 에 대해서 about, second, 에 따라서 according to, and third, 에 의해서 due to. In particular, the first grammar, 에 대해서 about, is an expression that you often use both in writing and in conversation. For example, 마리나 씨는 한국 연예인에 대해 꽤 많이 아시네요. Marina knows a lot about Korean celebrities. Make sure you seize today's expressions, pass topic to level 4, and become a super intermediate master. You all will surely achieve it. 그럼 시작할게요. The first grammar, 에 대해서 means about. You use this when you want to talk about the subject or object of the following statement. The conjugation is that you use 에 대해서 only with nouns. It is pretty simple, right? Therefore, the formula will be nouns plus 에 대해서. Now, let's check it out with example sentences. 선생님은 제 질문에 대해서 친절하게 답해 주셨어요. The teacher kindly answered about my questions. It's a good teacher to kindly answer students' questions. Here, 제 질문 means my questions. You attach 에 대해서 to make 제 질문에 대해서 about my questions. For your information, answered about my questions sounds strange in English, so I put the parentheses. Let's look at the next example sentence. 청소년들은 사춘기가 되면 이성에 대해서 관심이 많아져요. When teenagers reach puberty, they become more interested in the opposite sex. Puberty is a sweet period when love begins to grow, right? Anyway, to explain the grammar, 이성 is the opposite sex. You attach 에 대해서 to make 이성에 대해서 in the opposite sex. Let's look at the next example. 방금 말씀하신 의견에 대해서 저는 반대하는 입장입니다. I am in disagreement with the opinion you just mentioned. It sounds like something you would use in a political debate or a company meeting. Let's see the grammar. 의견 is opinion. You attach 에 대해서 to make 의견에 대해서 with the opinion. I prepared another example that will be useful. Let's take a look. 다음 세미나에서는 가장 좋아하는 요리에 대해서 발표해 주세요. In the next seminar, please give a presentation about your most favorite dish. You might want to use this kind of sentence to assign some homework. Here, 요리 is dish. You attach 에 대해서 to make 요리에 대해서 about the dish. Quiz! Then let's deepen our understanding with some quizzes. Which one is the correct answer? 약속을 지키지 않는. 저는 기본적으로 불신감을 가지게 돼요. Basically, I become distrustful of people who do not keep their promises. Number 1, 사람에 대해서. Number 2, 사람에 비해서. The correct answer is number 1. 사람 is people. You attach 에 대해서 to make 사람에 대해서 about people. By the way, I translated 사람에 대해서 as of people here because in English, to be distrustful of someone is the right grammar. Okay? Number 2. 사람에 비해서 means compared to people. It is different from the content. Now, let's read it together. 약속을 지키지 않는 사람에 대해서 저는 기본적으로 불신감을 가지게 돼요. Please read it 3 times as if you are expressing your opinion frankly. Now, let's look at the next quiz. 구체적인 홈페이지에 자세히 나와 있으니까 꼭 읽어주세요. About specifics, please read them on our website for more information. Number 1, 내용에 의해서는. Number 2, 내용에 대해서는. The correct answer is number 2. 내용 is specifics. You attach 에 대해서는 to make 내용에 대해서는 about specifics. Number 1. 내용에 의해서는 means according to specifics. Thus, it is incorrect. Now, let's read it together. 구체적인 내용에 대해서는 홈페이지에 자세히 나와 있으니까 꼭 읽어주세요. You might hear this expression in daily life, so please try to memorize the whole sentence. The second grammar, 에 따라서 means according to. This expression comes from the verb 따르다, to follow. Therefore, you can interpret 에 따라서 as by following. But by following sounds unnatural in English, so it is better to say according to. Okay? You use this expression when a new situation or action follows from an earlier one or is based on a previous standard. You use 에 따라서 with nouns only. Therefore, the formula will be nouns plus 에 따라서. Let's check it out with some example sentences. 올해부터 시행된 새로운 법률에 따라서 벌금이 부과될 예정입니다. The fine will be imposed according to a new law that was tried this year. That was a shocking example that the fine will be imposed. Here, 법률 is a law. You attach 에 따라서 to make 법률에 따라서 according to a law. Let's look at the next example. 이번 설문조사 결과에 따라 신상품 출시 여부를 결정할 것입니다. According to the results of this survey, I will decide whether or not to launch a new product. Here, 결과 means results. You add 에 따라 to a noun to make 결과에 따라 based on the results. In addition, I want to pinpoint the word 여부. Even though this is just a word, it has the meaning of yes or no, whether or not. Next is an example sentence that might appear in a suspense drama. 그 사람의 증언에 따라서 범인 몽타주를 만들었어요. Based on his testimony, I made a composite picture of the culprit. That sounds like something you'd see in a crime drama, right? To explain, 증언 is a testimony. You attach 에 따라 to make 증언에 따라 based on a testimony. Quiz! Then let's deepen our understanding with some quizzes. Which one is the correct answer? 오늘까지 이 법률 단어들을 사용 목적에 분류해 주세요. By today, please classify these legal words according to their intended use. Number 1, 따라. Number 2, 위하여. The correct answer is number 1. 사용 목적 is intended use. You attach 에 따라 to make 사용 목적에 따라 according to their intended use. Number 2, 위하여 for is wrong. It does not match with the content. Okay? Then let's read it together. 오늘까지 이 법률 단어들을 사용 목적에 따라 분류해 주세요. Please read it 3 times, thinking like, what if my boss asked me to do something like this? Let's look at the next quiz. 부동산 경기. 많은 사람들이 주식에 투자하고 있는 상황입니다. Due to the economic stagnation in real estate, many people are investing in stocks. Number 1, 침체에 따라. Number 2, 침체에 대해. Wow, this is a quiz that sounds like news, isn't it? The correct answer is number 1. 경기 침체 is economic stagnation. You attach 에 따라 to make 경기 침체에 따라 due to the economic stagnation. Number 2. 침체에 대해 means about a stagnation. It does not match with the content. Now, let's read it together. 부동산 경기 침체에 따라 많은 사람들이 주식에 투자하고 있는 상황입니다. Please read it at least 3 times as if you were a reporter. The last grammar, 에 의해서 means due to. You use it especially when conveying the basis or grounds for some statements. It often refers to news media, legal documents, or other sources of information. Thus, it is a very formal expression. The synonym for 에 의해서 is 에 따라서, which you have just learned. Especially when 에 의해서 is used in the meaning of according to, you can change it to 에 따라서. In addition, a quotation or citation often comes after 에 의해서. The formula will be nouns plus 에 의해서. Now, let's take it out with an example sentence. 이번 태풍에 의해서 발생하는 강풍의 피해가 예상된다. Due to this typhoon, it is expected the strong winds will cause damage. This is an example sentence that exactly sounds like news. Here, 태풍 is typhoon. You attach 에 의해서 to make 태풍에 의해서 due to this typhoon. The next is an example related to a law. 새로 개정된 도로교통법에 의해서 그 택시 기사에게 벌금이 부과되었다고 한다. Due to the road traffic law, which was newly revised, it is said that the taxi driver was imposed a fine. Here, 도로교통법 is a road traffic law. You attach 에 의해서 to make 도로교통법에 의해서 according to the road traffic law. As you can see, the ending of the sentence 부과되었다고 한다, it is said, he was imposed, is a quotation. Like this example, 에 의해서 is often used as the basis for the quotation. Next is an example regarding school regulations. 학교를 장기간 안 가던 친구가 학칙에 의해 퇴학당했다. A friend who did not go to school for a long period was expelled from school due to school regulations. Expulsion! That's a sad sentence. Anyway, here, 학칙 is school regulations. You attach 에 의해 to make 학칙에 의해 due to school regulations. As you can see from all the examples, 에 의해서 fits well when you are saying something based on regulations or laws. Quiz! Then let's deepen our understanding with some quizzes. Which one is the correct answer? 법원의 결정. 저는 파산을 하게 되었어요. Due to the court decision, I became bankrupt. Number 1, 에 의해서. Number 2, 을 통해서. This is a very sad example sentence too, isn't it? The correct answer is number 1. 법원의 결정 is the court decision. You attach 에 의해서 to make 법원의 결정에 의해서 according to the court decision. If you choose number 2, 을 통해서, it becomes through the decision, which is slightly different from the content. Now, let's read it together. 법원의 결정에 의해서 저는 파산을 하게 되었어요. Please try to read it at least 3 times with a painful feeling. Now, let's look at the next quiz. 이 산에 심어진 나무는 어떤 법, 보호를 받고 있나요? Due to what laws are the trees planted on this mountain protected? Number 1, 을 위해서. Number 2, 에 의해서. The correct answer is number 2. 어떤 법 is what laws. You attach 에 의해서 to make 어떤 법에 의해서 due to what laws. Now, let's read it together. 이 산에 심어진 나무는 어떤 법에 의해서 보호를 받고 있나요? Please read it as if you are asking someone. Homework! Now, I'll give you today's saying. 생각에 따라서 하루의 흐름이 좋아질 수도 있고 그렇지 않을 수도 있다. 그러므로 신중하게 생각하길 바란다. Depending on your thoughts, the flow of your day may or may not improve. So please think carefully. Did you find today's grammar? 에 따라서 means according to, right? But in this sentence, it is better to translate depend on. Okay? Now, I'll announce your homework for today. There are 2 homework assignments. First, Compose 3 sentences using today's grammar. First, let's use 에 대해서 about. For example, 어른이라면 자신의 행동에 대해서 책임을 져야 합니다. As adults, we must take responsibility for our actions. Second, let's use 에 따라서 according to. For example, 스마트폰이 널리 보급됨에 따라 사람들이 온라인 쇼핑을 더 많이 즐기게 되었다. As smartphones become more widely available, people are increasingly enjoying online shopping. Third, let's use 에 의해서 due to. For example, 한국 영화의 발달에 의해 이제 많은 사람들이 한국 영화를 보게 되었어요. Due to the development of Korean movies, many people are now watching Korean movies. The second homework is to memorize new words. Please memorize the 40 words from number 2081 to number 2120 on page 27 in the intermediate vocabulary list. That is a vocabulary quiz of 40 words on my website, so just feel free to try it. The link is in the description box. That's all! Thank you so much for your hard work today. I encourage you to use the grammar you learned today with confidence. 그럼 오늘도 행복 가득, 웃음 가득한 하루 되세요. 한국어 파이팅 파이팅 파이팅!